Hi Aries, welcome to my channel and welcome to your weekly read. Let's take a look and see what's coming out for you this week, okay? I hope you're doing fantastic, amazing, and I'm thinking of you and coming at you midweek with some fresh energy, okay? We'll start with what Spirit wants you to know most, career, money, finance, and then we'll get into your love life a little bit, okay? So let's take a dive into this, all right? This is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and your North Node. Where you have your Aries placement. So let's take a look at what's going on for Aries, okay? Hope all is well, guys. If you are looking for a personal read, I think it's the last day. Click the link in the description box below, guys. Haven't had a sale for 3 months, and there you go, okay? So grab it and book it when you see fit, okay? All right, here we go. What is going on for Aries? What does Spirit want Aries to know most that wants to come through? Okay, here we go. What do we get? Wow, we get the Wheel of Fortune coming out right away, guys. And the Empress energy. Woo, this is going to be good. Oh my gosh. And I'll share the other cards with you as they come through. But boy, oh boy, boy, is it good to be in Aries right here. I'm going to tell you guys what's at the bottom of the deck. Judgment, making a major decision. You know, this is also about an awakening of oneself. A self, kind of, I think you've gone through some sort of exhaustion and now you've gone through some sort of renewal, okay? There is a sense of coming together. I mean, it's like, wow, decisiveness about something. Decisiveness about the Nine of Swords in reverse. Now, the Nine of Swords in reverse would typically talk about mental health issues. And so I feel making a decision on, it could be that, it could be learning to cope, or we're going through a recovery. There is getting rid of, it could be shame or guilt, making a decision about that. And wow, this is interesting. Anything more that wants to be said about that for underlying energy? Queen of Swords, the truth, right? And she's all about the truth, the perception. She's very independent and fair and objective. And I think you're being objective about mental health in a situation, okay? So being objective, this is underlying energy. And interestingly enough, the Nine of Swords in the upright, you know what this is putting an end to this thinking. So whatever shame, guilt, or mental health issues or learning to cope with something you're on, and this is the recovery of something that has really kept you up at night and you're cutting right through it. It's like, this is so beautiful. You've got the Nine of Swords in reverse and upright, Queen of Swords in the truth, and making a judgment and a decision about something. So it could be something that you're Xing out of your life, something that you're changing, switching, again, recovering from. And, this is beautiful energy for you to be able to push forward. Wow. Interesting. And the bottom of the deck, I get the Nine of Pentacles. It all has to do with your independence. All right. So, wow. Nine of Pentacles is luxury, working really hard for what it is that you want. And it could have been that you're on recovery and you're overcoming that, and that's what you really wanted, or you needed to overcome this to get what you really wanted. But what Spirit's letting you know is that the Wheel of Fortune is coming into play. Good luck, a decisive moment. This is where chance comes into play, where there is an ever-changing, like a decisive moment in your life. And that's exactly what this is, a decisive moment in your life. Now the universe comes in, brings in some fresh energy to what? To birth something new with this Empress energy. This is so beautiful, guys. Using your creativity, nurturing. It's the feminine energy that brings in harmony. So it's very sensual. It's beauty. It's art. It's all of that. And I feel that you are really working on harvesting something with the Seven of Pentacles. This is profit, something that you want to bring to vision. So you are focusing in on your rewards. You're focusing in on growth, all the progress that you've made through the patience that you've had, but just major growth and results, okay? So you're birthing something new and getting results. Now, I do see that there's some fast movement and change, And I will tell you, this being just below the Wheel of Fortune tells me that this is coming in fast. Okay. Once this is here, it's like you cutting right through the situation, that keen sense of perception with the Queen of Swords. Some of you might have air in your chart. Um, but what I'm getting here is that there's fast movement and change towards prosperity and fulfillment. This is the Ace of Pentacles, which is new opportunities. This is talking about abundance, resources, prosperity, and letting go of the heavy load that you were carrying previously, okay, with the Ten of Wands. Let's take a look at the Ten of Wands and what this is. What might want to come out in the Ten of Wands, specifically what that might be, okay? So what is the Ten of Wands coming through? Suppressing, like holding back and suppressing something. So you could have been suppressing and keeping it, kind of working on your mental health and keeping it a secret. You're no longer suppressing things. You're no longer comparing yourself to others. And aloneness came in reverse, which tells me you might be getting out there a little bit more. Yeah, you've gone through a major maturity here. Okay, so the Ten of Wands is no longer suppressing something, no longer comparing yourself to others. The aloneness time has come in reverse, which tells me that you're getting out there and you've matured and you're ready. You've made some major growth. I almost feel like this Wheel of Fortune. You've made major growth in the mind, in the body, and the soul. It's like spiritual growth. Wow. And what's so interesting is that circle here. You've got that Wheel of Fortune coming through that's a circle, and you've got the Empress energy, and she's all about growth, isn't she? I mean, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. So it's all about maturity and growth and letting go of the burdens and being able to move forward. Yeah, the time is ripe for all this growth. It's come to fruition. It's ripe. 9 card. So the time is ripe to let those burdens fall and to be able to move forward and unlock your adventure and your prosperity. There is so many good cards here. It's just flipping amazing. Fast movement and change. The universe steps right in. It's like as soon as you make that judgment, boom, everything like a domino effect takes place. And it leads to that fast movement and change towards your prosperity and something that you have been manifesting. Your resources, abundance, and new opportunities start rolling right in. So, look at the harvest is coming through here. The time is ripe. So it's because you're ready. And because you're ready, the universe kind of matches that energy and says, okay, now we're ready. Okay. So, yeah, this is so beautiful, guys. So that's the message that I have from Spirit. Let's take a look at what comes through in career, money, finance for you. Career, money, finance for Aries. What do we get for Aries in career, money, and finance? What do we get? Oh, what comes through for Aries? What do we get here? Okay. Nice. Wow. Okay. Give me 3 more. And if they come in reverse, I'm going to take them. It's just another way to get a different kind of message and gives us a little bit of a different way to look at something. And apparently that's important. We got one that came out. What's at the bottom of the deck? The Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so Knight of Pentacles. Now, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse talks to me about risky investments and a workaholic, loneliness, kind of boring and irresponsible. But I get the Page of Wands and the 10 of Cups. So I kind of feel the Page of Wands is in reverse. So that tells me that it is self-limiting beliefs, being hasty regarding your 10 of Cups, what brings happiness. Don't be hasty in your career, money, finances to what brings happiness, guys. And and don't make sure that you read everything over and don't take any risky investments. This is about maybe you are feeling something is boring and you're being a little bit irresponsible because it's boring for you, or you're just throwing yourself into work. For some of you, it could even be laziness in here too. This is about happy home, harmony, and ultimate success. And these could be things that are standing in the way of this. So any information that wants to come through in the underlying energy from the star deck, we get Hangman, seeking spiritual enlightenment to balance it out. Okay. So that's what it wants you to do right now. So take the time right now. Your advice is to take the time right now to take that spiritual enlightenment and to really look at something in a different way. There is a lack of direction. Something needs to let go. A lack of direction needs to let go to balance something out. Okay. And anything more that's going to be important, what do we get? Yeah, having the courage. This is having the courage to push beyond any sort of limitations. You know, there's a flower growing right in concrete, right? And it's so beautiful. All it needs is sunlight and love, and it can grow anywhere. And this is saying is that it's time to balance something out, that you can grow anywhere. You just need the sunlight and loving you and shining your light. You know, all of that is going to be very key to get that long-term happiness and fulfillment, having the courage to go after what you want to create the change. Balance needs to be restored here in some sort of way. Okay. I think it has to do with past lives, and about your abundance. But let's take a look at this. What we get now, the Page of Pentacles coming through. This is interesting. Did we not get the Page of Pentacles? The Knight of Pentacles was here. So there's no movement in that, because this is about having the courage to balance something out. It might have to do with your home. But I also get the Page of Pentacles coming through. Now, this is a message coming through of a manifestation of something ambitious. Be very, focus on your goals. Focusing in on being loyal and being the planner and dependent. So this is the opposite of that. So it's about having the courage to do this. And I think that's why we got that last card, because it brings us right into your spread. Having the courage to do this instead. So seek that spiritual alignment to get balance and have the courage to break through and put in the necessary work. Being that planner, dependable and loyal. And that's what's going to balance something out, Justice, Libra energy. And that's, again, that complements the Temperance energy. So yeah, now you could be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. I do get the King of Cups. This could be someone that you are work around, or this could be you balancing out your emotions. Okay. Something brings in balance. All right. I do get the Six of Swords in reverse in the next row here. And that would be like, this would be something like a confession, a regret, a truth is revealed, some sort of truth is revealed. And I do get Queen of Wands. Now, this could be about you or a truth that you're revealing about yourself. And I do get the Seven of Wands, which is, competition, perseverance, defending yourself, and, just working to protect yourself in some sort of way. So interesting. Why is the Six of Swords in reverse? Interesting. Six of Swords in reverse. It usually kind of is like stuck in the past a little bit. Okay. Running away from problems. There's trouble. So running away from problems and now taking leadership, an optimistic approach, and then being able to stand one's ground, have boundaries and push forward. Tell me more about the Six of Swords. What's the Six of Swords? Knight of Wands, about passionately moving forward, looking within with the Hermit energy, Virgo energy, and the Nine of Pentacles. It has to do with it's about getting some sort of clarity, Ace of Swords, in the mind about what brings luxury and affluence, but it needs to go within, and it needs to passionately go within and to focus in on this. It just is saying like, get out of the past, deal with the now, not a day or two ahead of time, down the line, not a month or two or three. This wants you to deal with something now, passionately focus on the now, do that introspection about this, Nine of Pentacles, independence, success, security, and luxury. And the Six of Swords is here to say, hey, someone might be running away from problems or trouble or stuck in the past. But I feel that Aries, that this is you. You're kind of standing up, your charismatic, beautiful energy and your confidence, and taking control of standing your ground and your competition in what it is that you do. You're standing your ground for who you are and what you do. You got some sort of clarity. What are you standing your ground on with the Seven of Wands? What do we get? King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You're standing by your intellect of the mind. Remember, you got that clarity, and now you have intellect of the mind now. And what else? And that you've got the strength, the inner strength. See, now you're able to stand up for yourself because you've got intellect of the mind, intellectual integrity, very strict, very authority of the mind, very disciplined, and having inner strength to be able to come and, and it's funny because this card is almost like she's looking right at this Queen of Wands. I've got to be this. I've got to be this, so I can have this and go within and move passionately forward and overcome any sort of, any sort of stuck in the past or trapped. I've got to boss up as if, the Queen of Wands, and this is you. Now, whether you're masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. We all have that within us, but this is using that feminine, optimistic energy, standing the ground and using intellect of the mind. You could be dealing with an Aquarius around you and having the inner strength to overcome and make that change. This is having that silent inner strength. So, yeah, interesting. I feel it's like getting out of the illusion and fantasy in some sort of way. What else does the inner strength talk about? What do we get? Nine of Wands, persevering. You got the Seven of Wands, the competition here, and now you move to the Nine of Wands, balancing out the light and dark side, being strong. Sun is behind you, and balance at last. So it speaks to the temperance energy balance and the justice balance. So there's some sort of decision that's being made, okay, is what I'm getting in terms of your career, all right? And it could have to do with I'm getting, it could be dealing with an air sign or a water sign. But what are your next steps in terms of moving forward in your career? I'm just trying to see here. What is it? I just want to see what comes out. Anything more that's important for Aries to keep in mind in career, money, finance? A wish is coming true. A wish from a message, Page of Cups. It could be from that King of Cups person, a message of making a discovery of something. Page of Wands. Wow, of making you made a discovery because something. It's almost like something comes. It's like a wish comes true, and a message, and at the same time you've discovered what broke something down. A message comes in for a wish, but there is a discovery made of what made something come down with the Tower energy. So that talks to me about like, I want to say it would be like chaos, what brought in loss or a destruction or confusion, a discovery after you get something that a wish comes true. It's like a wish comes true. And when you make a discovery of something coming down, what do we need to know about that? Yeah, a disappointment leads to a new opportunity, and it puts you right in and it puts you right into work. So whatever this is, whatever destruction had taken place that you were disappointed in, could have been in a job or in a relationship, or something wasn't working out in a business. It's like you have this newfound energy, and you're mastering your craft and putting in the work. And I feel that this brings us right back around, because it goes from the Eight of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles and a message. So I feel you get what you want in some sort of way. No more impoverished. You're overcoming something. Yeah, you had to let something go. You had to sacrifice something. This is, would have been like negative patterns and stalling, but this is getting rid of those negative patterns and calling judgment. There you go. Okay, guys, making a decision, getting rid of negative patterns. This could be in terms of the work that you're in, the people that you deal with, partnerships that you have, but you're making a judgment. It could be that you're taking a different career decision because something wasn't working out, and all of a sudden you land in exactly what you're meant to do. So I'm going to pull a oracle card here, guys. Okay. I did this also for Leo's read as well. You might want to check that out. But heaven sent. Something about, I'm pulling an oracle card in your career. And the card I got is heaven sent, and it's number 33 card. And that reduces to a 6. And that 6 is all about birthing something new, that Empress energy. So I feel that you have a spiritual gift, guys. Okay. Um, a spiritual something happens with grace. You can ask for help, and it may be given in response to that request. But a spiritual gift can be given without us asking for anything at all. At least, consciously here is what this talks about. Okay. Yeah. This is about it's almost like immediate solution of something's not obvious, and we just get on with life, either just kind of letting the issue be or just take another approach of dwelling on it without seeing how it might be resolved. But this is, wow, it's like the loving sweetness is being offered to you now, or it soon will be in the form of a spiritual gift. There's a spiritual gift. It could be symbolic too. Okay. Um, you haven't been able to manage maybe things on your own, if that has been for some of you, and now you will be empowered to accomplish some tasks some things that you've been working on now. And it also is a message that to trust that things that you feel and say to others, that is to really trust in how you feel, trust in how you speak. It's like an amplifier of a decision that you've made. A heaven sent decision comes down just when you need it. Okay. Accepting spiritual gifts. Some of you have spiritual gifts. There's a spiritual gift headed your way in your career. And there's a healing process that is kind of, taking place. It's like unconditional love. You accept, is this for you? You have to accept your spiritual gifts and allow others to bestow them upon you too. Okay, with trust and with gratitude, and so be it. That's what this card talks about. Assistance is coming your way, so act on it and say yes. So, that's what this is talking about, guys. Something about in your career. This is what's coming through. I mean, I could even go and elaborate on this for hours with different cards and such, but let's go to the next spread here. So we have a little bit more time, but if you want a personal read, guys, let me know. But let's dive in. I think I'm going to use this deck. Let's go into love and see what comes out for you there, Aries. Oh, how interesting. Well, whatever's coming through is heaven sent. It's almost like it's either going to come down to you spiritually, or there's a spiritual gift that's coming from elsewhere. Oh, you guys got to let me know. Keep me posted, all right? But boy, wow. Love life for Aries. Love life for Aries. What do we get? Putting something to an end so you can have this new beginning. It's kind of similar. Wow. And look at this. Boom. Put something to end that you're tired of to get exactly what you want with this Ace of Pentacles, a manifestation, a new opportunity of abundance in love. You just had to let go of a way of thinking or something that was holding you back, because there's a new cycle right now with the Wheel of Fortune coming through. Your Wheel of Fortune is showing up all over the place. Now, it might have to do with your home, or it might have to do with a reunion. It might have to do with some sort of, a home party, community event. There's some sort of excitement or some sort of celebration. Okay. It might have to do with a celebration of a successful completion. Okay. So, wow. Major arcana too. This is really beautiful, guys. The World card is an accomplishment for a completion of fulfillment. You belong. You handled something at home that was very, very key. You're on a new cycle in love, and there's an opportunity that's coming your way. It could be from a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. I do get air and fire coming through as well. But let's take a look at anything more that comes through. What else do we get? You got the clarity. Yeah, it's coming to an end because you got the clarity that you needed with this Ace of Swords. Wow. This is beautiful. You've got like a new vision and a new idea about love and a new focus, and you're in your truth. Okay. What else? King of Swords could be doing with the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or there's a new cycle with King of Swords. Okay. And the Hierophant energy, Taurus energy coming through. Spiritual leadership. Okay. There could be an opportunity on something like this. Wheel of Fortune, a new beginning with the clarity. Wow, this is just beautiful. Man. Authority over the mind, having, being very, very disciplined and very much, clear thinking about clarity and clear thinking about spirituality and about teaching others. For some of you, it's teaching. For you could be in the spiritual realm. You could be working with others in terms of teaching in some sort of way. Wow, what is this new opportunity with it? The Ace of Pentacles. It's moving on to something calmer and actively taking outside action, having faith, and doing it. You're transitioning, okay? King of Cups. You're moving towards the King of Cups. Who's this King of Cups? And a new beginning. Yeah, there's taking outside action. You might have authority over your emotions at this moment. And if this is authority over the mind, I got the King of Swords, and then I've got the King of Cups. And it looks like there's some sort of new beginning, a new beginning. But you're moving on to calmer waters with this new opportunity. And some of you are able to get a new car because of this. I don't know, or this is you taking outside action and moving forward with this new beginning and standing your ground, holding your boundaries on something. So this is about having healthy boundaries in terms of a relationship as well. You put some sort of difficult situation behind you and you're already on a new cycle. And you gain the wisdom from that already. So just to let you know that's already seen and coming through. Anything you need to keep in mind with this Ace of Swords clarity? Yep, it's a change. Wheel of Fortune that confirms this Wheel of Fortune. You're in a big cycle change here. Okay, putting an end to postponing your vision. Maybe you're tired of waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting in the past. And you just kind of you had to postpone it, and now it wasn't the right time. Now it's moving forward. What's this Hierophant? Harmony of the mind. Yeah, telepathy, your intuition as well. So it could be that you are taking control of the authority of your mind and moving forward in a spiritual way. My gosh, yeah. This is trusting the adventure, moving forward. What else do you need to know about your love life? Because this is very spiritual, and you're moving into a new cycle, and you're taking outside action and standing your ground, and you're on a new cycle. And again, it could be from someone's got water or air in their chart. Is what I'm getting heavily. There's just some sort of reunion. Could be a successful completion to a new beginning. What else do we get? Knight of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius coming through fast to balance something out, and bossing up and success. So I feel that someone's going to be coming through fast to balance something out, put something on strong, solid ground, and have a success. Wow. This is really beautiful. Success, recognition. So someone could be coming forward towards you. Wow. What do you need to know about your love life most? Anything more that's going to be important? That to look at the possibilities, let go of the sorrow, and you've had a completion. You found that missing puzzle piece. Something about you find the missing puzzle piece in love. Now, it could be a person, a situation, it could be anything. I'm going to leave it there, guys. Note your comments, like, and subscribe. If you want to personally, click the link in the description box below while it's on sale. And until next time, namaste.